5 ways to use food as medicine. Using food as medicine starts by changing your approach to food from that of restriction to introduction of an abundance of the right foods. Take on the role of a scientist and become an expert on the study of your own body and find out what makes it tick. Health-conscious people start off by taking an interest in the role good nourishment can play, and because of the positive outcomes in both general well-being and with specific health issues, they end up sticking to their new healthy eating habits. 5 ways to use food as medicine. 1. Eat naturally intelligent foods. Modern food is significantly different from what your hunter-gatherer ancestors ate. The ancestral diet was made up of wild grasses, seeds and nuts, vegetables, fruits, and wild game. This provided everything people needed in ancient times. In addition, they were limited by what was available in their environment in any given season because food wasn't shipped or preserved as it is today. The advantage to eating this type of diet was that food was consumed close to the source, pure and unmodified for the most part, thus retaining natural intelligence in the form of fiber, vitamins, minerals, and healthy fats. Fortunately, we have easier access to food, but the general concept of food source is still very relevant. The more we take into our body food closest to its original form, the more we can access nature's intelligence and turn it into the medicine we need for healthful living. A good rule of thumb is to focus your grocery shopping around the perimeter of the store, since this is where the fresh foods are usually kept. Be adventurous and try a vegetable you've never heard of. There are packaged foods that can be nutritious as well and are helpful when you don't have time to cook. Just be sure to do your research. Seek out whole grains as much as possible and avoid white flour and sugars. 2. Eat foods according to your dosha type. It's possible to eat the most nutritious and healing foods and still feel unwell. If food is medicine, why is this? A key concept in Ayurveda is the ability to extract proper energy and information from the foods we eat and convert it into biological intelligence. This is the foundation of good health and is referred to as an eye or digestive fire. When you are unable to digest properly, food gets stuck or moves through you without any healing benefit. If you are going to try to change your diet for the better, be sure you are able to digest the foods properly. The heart of Ayurveda is the concept of 3 dynamic principles governing the body, mind, and consciousness. These principles are called doshas, vata, pitta, kapha, and you have a combination of these doshas in your makeup. Understanding your expression of the doshas is the clue or map to discovering foods and a lifestyle that will balance you. This is the reason why the raw foods your friend eats may not work for you, perhaps causing gas and bloating instead. You may need to do a bit of experimenting to see what works for you. 3. Seek out medicinal foods. Superfoods are one of the latest fads. These nutrient-dense foods are promoted as being able to ward off disease and improve health and vitality. Simply speaking, the best way to think about foods is that all whole foods are superfoods. Be sure to include variety in your diet in order to partake in all of Mother Nature's healing gifts. The following is a list of a few foods considered in Ayurveda to be especially sattvic or pure and life-giving. Ginger, turmeric ghee, legumes, raw nuts, seeds, oils, honey. 4. Cultivate mindful eating habits. In addition to paying attention to what you consume, it's also important to note that how you eat also affects food's medicinal effects. Have you ever tried eating after a heated discussion? It's not the most pleasant experience. It takes a lot of energy for the mind and body to calm down. Low on your body's priority list is eating and digesting food. This is why it's important to be conscious of the environment you are in and take steps to create a settled space during mealtime. Understandably, your life is busy, and it's not always possible to focus on mindful, relaxed eating, but knowing that it might be helpful is a step in the right direction. Humans have naturally gathered over food for centuries. Food does more than provide you with fuel, it also offers opportunities to connect with loved ones and appreciate what you have. This is powerful medicine. 5. Become an expert on you. Just because something is known for providing certain benefits doesn't necessarily mean it will do the same for you. You are unique and it's essential to be patient and flexible when on this journey. As a result, it's important to get to know yourself and rely on your gut, pun intended, when it comes to determining what you need.